Hello again from Smart Work. We're excited to introduce you to inspiring people and groundbreaking tools that promise to blow away every limit. Ready for a truly surprising experience? Let's go!
This isn't just cracking eggs, it's a high-speed ballet of pneumatic actuators for industrial kitchens. Now robotic arms perform butchery with micron-level consistency, a process that's both efficient and sterile. Even simple firewood gets a high-tech wrap using a machine that applies thousands of pounds of tension. On the roof, a pneumatic nailer drives fasteners at over 100 psi, speed a hammer can't match. Here, a hydraulic shear applies over 200 tons of force, slicing through high-tensile rebar like chalk. This attachment uses hardened steel brushes instead of chemicals to rip weeds out of permeable paver. This bowl chopper's blades spin at hundreds of RPMs to emulsify meat, vegetables, and fat into a uniform paste. This automated lathe uses custom profile cutters to turn out perfectly identical wooden beads by the hundreds. We're watching a gantry perform hundreds of resistant spot welds a minute to create reinforced steel mesh. And here's the old way, the two-man crosscut saw, pure muscle and grit, a powerful reminder of how far we've come. A soap plotting machine. It's an extruder that compresses and pushes out a continuous, perfectly formed bar of soap. This is a low-speed, high-torque shredder. Its immense power comes from gear reduction, not velocity. Here, a water jet pressurized to around 3,000 psi is literally blasting years of grime off that stone paver. This is a taffy puller. Those arms are stretching and aerating the candy, giving it its classic light and chewy texture. They're creating a terrazzo-style floor by pouring a colored epoxy grout over broken marble tiles. This scissor clamp is a marvel. It uses the slab's own weight, thousands of pounds, to tighten its grip. This automated slicer uses a razor-sharp circular blade to produce thousands of perfectly uniform cuts for packaging. A centrifugal shredder. The high-speed rotation pins vegetables against the outer grater, processing pounds in seconds. This is an industrial bandsaw, using a specialized blade to slice through frozen pork loins without thawing. An ingenious dethorning machine that uses soft rotating fingers to strip roses clean for florists. This is a hay bale accumulator, a hydraulic grapple attachment for a skid steer that turns an all-day job into an hour's work. That liquid is coolant, preventing the abrasive saw from altering the steel's temper during the cut. A simple but effective shredder, turning dried tobacco leaves into a fine cut for packaging. Look at the conveyor perfectly feeds the meat into the blade, ensuring every single slice is identical. The key here isn't just the big brushes, but the targeted, high-pressure spinners dedicated to cleaning the wheels. We're in a steel mill. This coiler is wrangling a massive sheet of steel, still glowing at over 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a 5-axis CNC mill, carving a solid block of aluminum into a complex part with near-perfect accuracy. Back to the basics. A craftsman's steady hand and a sharp skew chisel are all that's needed to shape this spinning wood. This CNC tube bender creates complex, multi-angle bends in metal tubing with perfect repeatability. Here, a worker uses a jig and spot welder to precisely assemble wire frames for products like shelving. This is a mobile chicken coop system on a hillside farm, allowing for rotational grazing and healthier birds. A specialized rake shovel designed to efficiently move light, loose material like sand or grain husks. A spider excavator using cables for stability performs delicate excavation work on a sheer cliff face. Safety here is paramount. A CNC machine uses multiple tool heads to shape a small, intricate brass part from raw stock. A woman feeding a wood chipper. Notice the long conveyor belt, a critical safety feature to keep her away from the intake. This is a centerless grinder, a machine that can produce perfectly cylindrical and polished metal rods. A rebar bending machine automatically forms stirrups, the structural ties used inside concrete columns and beams. Here, an industrial shredder makes short work of a huge tire and its attached rim. This roving factory uses vibratory compaction to turn a dry concrete mix into instant, ready-to-cure blocks. From construction to the kitchen, this massive jingipong uses steam, not dry heat, creating that incredibly soft, cloud-like texture. Now we leap to pure automation. This cobot uses vacuum grippers and flawless programming to pack hundreds of cases an hour, 24/7. You think this is brute force? Think again. This is about an operator's skill, modulating thousands of pounds of hydraulic force with surgical precision. This is the lifeblood of our cities. A high-pressure pump sends liquid rock exactly where it's needed, surrounding the rebar skeleton. Pure mechanical genius. A simple carbide wheel scores the tile, creating a line of weakness or a perfect dust-free snap. This is a classic bending jig. No electricity, just clever engineering where fixed pins guide the wire into a perfect, repeatable shape. We're scaling up. This is a loom for steel, weaving heavy gauge wire into a fabric strong enough to stop a landslide. Watch this. It forms a perfect circle, then uses resistance welding to fuse the ends with a 3,000-degree flash, all in a second. Here, the digital and physical worlds meet. A computer guides this router bit, spinning at 20,000 RPM to carve a design with algorithmic perfection. It starts with the ground itself. This sod harvester precisely shaves the earth, rolling it up like a giant green carpet for an instant lawn. That same organic material is then preserved. This baler uses immense pressure to create vacuum-packed silage, future meals for livestock. But processing can get more aggressive. This industrial grinder makes quick work of vegetables, using pure centrifugal force to pulverize them for feed. Now from organics to metal. Each press of this die forms a perfect part, a process called deep drawing that built the modern world. And for the toughest jobs, this jaw crusher exerts over 25,000 psi, effortlessly turning massive boulders into construction-grade aggregate. From crushing rock to shaping it with finesse, this special aerated concrete is light enough to be sliced cleanly and accurately by a bandsaw on site. That precision can become art. Here, a high-speed rotary tool transforms a solid wooden vessel into a delicate, perforated masterpiece. This isn't magic, it's physics. After a gang saw makes the initial cuts, workers can split these massive granite slabs like a chocolate bar. Sometimes we create the material on the spot. Two chemicals mix and expand to create spray foam, forming a perfect, seamless insulation barrier. And finally, human hands give way to flawless programming. This is a symphony of pneumatics and sensors assembling parts with tireless precision. Dumpling machine, a semi-automatic filler and crimper, perfectly portioning and sealing dozens of dumplings a minute. Wood lathe. This wood blank spins at over 1,000 RPM, letting a single sharp tool sculpt perfect symmetry. Power hammer. Here, thousands of pounds of force shape steel heated to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit into its tough final form. Mini excavator. In tight spaces, this excavator does the work of 10 people, prepping for modular retaining walls. CNC mill. Now for pure precision. Guided by code, this end mill carves aluminum with microscopic accuracy. Fish cutter. To guarantee perfect portion control, this automated bandsaw slices frozen tuna logs with total uniformity. Meat dicer. A hydraulic ram pushes this block through a blade grid, creating thousands of identical pieces instantly. Turf harvester. This machine literally harvests an instant lawn, slicing and rolling it like a giant green carpet. Rebar bender. Bending high-tensile steel requires immense force. This machine automates it, creating concrete's essential skeleton. Concrete screed. This vibratory screed levels the slab, consolidating the concrete and ensuring a flawless, strong surface. Car shear. At the end of its life, this car meets pure hydraulic power, over 1 million pounds of force. Punch press. From destruction back to creation, this stamping press punches out dozens of shovel heads per minute. Chop saw. A word of caution from an engineer. That's the wrong blade for that saw's high RPM. Extremely dangerous.